YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back. We're back with our weekly pick show, picking some random shit every week. Got some football-themed stuff in there, too. We're just trying to get ready for our actual weekly picks. That's coming, though. It's coming. Preseason's around the corner. And then yeah?
I got some here.
Okay, what do you got?
Me and you are going to go into the season pick'em so ripe and ready. It's unbelievable.
Ripe and ready. Yeah, we're prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Pete's not here again. Well, I guess this is the first time he has been here for the weekly pick show. He wasn't here for start, bench, cut last week. But anyways, we got full content.
For picks last week.
Huh? We didn't do picks last week.
I thought we did picks last week.
It's been 2 weeks.
And time flies when you're having fun.
We're back. Check out our content, YouTube Shorts. We got Liquid IV. We got GLD. We're both wearing Temple Tape. We're looking for the Temple Tape sponsors.
Yep. Speaking of shorts, is this shirt short? I think this. You can't really see.
You can't see on the camera, so that's a good thing.
I think this shirt is short. I don't know. I think it's.
Give us one of these.
Yeah, you definitely see my belly button if I go high. Yeah. So we're just not going to do that.
We're not
That's a little
do that.
Weird.
Okay, it's a good thing we're cut off there. Yeah. All right, so the first one. I've been a lot of. Look, our guys are up on the. We're already up.
Oh God.
We didn't make picks yet. Been a lot of DB talk going on in the Twitter universe this week. So how about CJ Gardner-Johnson versus a little Budda Baker?
I don't think this is close.
You don't think it's even close?
I don't think it's.
Pete actually sent me his picks, so I'm getting those ready. But you go ahead.
Pete first. Do Pete
first. Pete first. Budda, but both are overrated.
Ooh, no, I think Gardner-Johnson is overrated.
Yeah. You're going.
I'm Budda Baker all the way. I think Budda Baker is he's one of those DBs that's just like a playmaker. He's like what's his name? Trayvon Diggs. He's like one of those type of guys that if he has the ball in his hands, like he intercepts it, it's to the house.
Well, DK caught him that one time.
That's true, but DK's he's a specimen.
He's a specimen. I'm gonna go Budda as well. Gardner-Johnson was more of a safety for the first time this year. He always played like kind of in the slot. This year he kind of played everywhere. I think with the Lions he'll be back mainly in the slot, which is a difficult position to play, so don't get me wrong here. But Budda's out there playing in the slot, but mainly playing free and strong safety on top of it. So got to respect that. A little more they're both versatile. A little more versatility from Budda. I think he's a little bit better of the player as well. Pete says they're both overrated.
Mm-hmm. I think Gardner-Johnson's overrated.
I could see why he says that, but yeah. Every single one of us.
Few.
Yeah, Budda Baker.
Yep.
That was to. That's Budda Baker's new coach, Jonathan Gann, but that was to Rondale Moore.
That was my favorite.
Right?
That was my favorite part.
That's coach of the year just for that.
Yep.
What do we got next? We said we were gonna do some helmet.
Yep.
I said I was gonna do a bunch more, but it was only one. We only got one again. But we have a uniform battle after this one.
Okay.
But last time we had Patriots versus Chargers. Mm-hmm. This time we got Rams versus Bengals. I think even though completely different colors, I think somewhat of similar helmets here.
Yep.
Style.
Animals.
Both animals, both, not really their logo, even though that's kind of in the Rams logo.
Mm-hmm.
They're both sexy helmets. Very sexy.
Unpopular opinion, I think that the old Rams helmets were actually better.
Interesting.
I think that these new Rams colors, ever since they changed.
Well, aren't these the old ones, and they switched back and they came back to it?
Well, the logo, the colors are right, but even the old logo I think was cooler too. But the way they're back to these colors, I don't like these two colors together. All I see is IKEA. That's just all I see. I can't help but see that.
So you're going Bengals?
I'm going Bengals. I think the stripes are sick. I mean, that's such a good idea. They've had it forever.
Pete went Bengals, and he said especially the whites, which is the alternate.
Oh, yeah.
That really wasn't part of it, but
same style.
Yeah. It's going to be another guarantee because I love the Bengals. I'd say the Bengals are probably top 3 in the league. Mm-hmm. Rams are pretty damn cool too, but I like the teams with the helmets that are like different from their actual logo.
Yeah.
It's something a little different. Don't just slap your logo on the side of your helmet. Make it creative. Make it cool.
Right.
So, all 3 for the Bengals. I thought somebody might go Rams, but no.
Why? Or maybe a team does it. Why do no teams do like the their alternate logo on the helmet? Like I think the Bears helmet would look cooler if it was like the bear.
The bear, yeah.
Not the C. Like when they do the weird helmet, or when they used to do like the alternate, like the random week where you wear the alternate, why don't they just throw on a different helmet? Why does it have to be the same one? Like the Bears wear that plain navy blue one when they wear like the old the old ones, but it's like
slap
okay.
that bear on there.
Yeah.
Slap it on there.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm in.
Good idea. Good thinking. Okay, so we have 2 guarantees so far. All right, so the new Lions and the Bucks was announced today. Going back to the retros, the creamsicles. I think this is actually pretty easy.
Full time?
That's a good question. Are they full time?
If it's full time,
I thought it was alternate, but the way they're talking is like new. I forget what they said on Twitter. It's like same team, new look. It basically it's not what they said, but it's what they mean. So that almost made it sound like it's full time. But
I think the Bucks.
You going with the Bucks?
Those jerseys, you would never think orange and red would work together.
It works.
It just works so good.
You know what Pete said?
He's with me. I know.
He said Bucks by far.
Yeah.
And I also think Bucks by far.
Yeah.
So these are easy so far. People are ripping the Lions one. I like that helmet a lot. I think that they didn't do anything. They're like keeping the normal jerseys maybe with when they wear those helmets. That maybe is the problem.
I don't know. I don't like that logo. I really don't like that logo.
I mean, it's a retro look.
I like how they went with this different finish on the blue.
Yeah.
They could have kept the old style with this blue, and it would be cooler, in my opinion. I mean, I just don't like this new logo. It looks it just looks childish.
You know what would have been cool? So you see how like the 2 symbols behind the Lions, one's blue, one's gray or silver. If they did numbers on the helmet, but using that, like the left number is blue, the right one's gray. If it's just one
sweet.
number, you probably go. Which one would you go with?
No, then you do the 0 before.
True. Yep.
That's
what you do.
That'd be sick.
That's what they should have done. Because I like that part of it. The lion looks a little. Somebody like stretched them out a little bit.
It looks like when you're in Photoshop and you don't go from the corner and you're just pulling it from the side and you're just like, oh man, I'm really jacking
That's what
this
happened.
thing up.
Yeah. Okay. We figured it out. With all 3 guarantees so far. See if we can mix it up. We got Dog the Bounty Hunter. This is Vin Diesel's undefeated. Dog the Bounty Hunter is actually undefeated as well. So we have Dog versus Vin. Who you got?
This is tough. I mean, Dog has some nice fake teeth there.
You want to know who Pete's going with?
It's Vin Diesel.
Vin in a squeaker, he said.
Wow.
Vin wins in a squeaker.
Wow. I mean, the thing that really puts Dog up there is his fashion sense. I think if anyone dresses like Dog, you don't mess with them.
Oh, no.
But then the thing is, forget the fashion. Vin Diesel is a unit of a human being. An absolute unit of a human being.
Dog should be going with the temple tape.
I agree.
I think that would look good.
I agree.
Yeah.
He looks like he's wearing either like those glasses that have a built-in camera or like the ones that are like also a radio. But if he has the radio, he's definitely like tuning into like something on the AM stations, you know? Like who's doing that?
Right.
So give me Vin Diesel.
Because of that?
No, I mean just more of a unit of a human being. I do love Dog though.
I gotta go Vin Diesel. I gotta go with him. It's another clean sweep. I think we kind of had a feeling Vin Diesel was gonna win, so Vin Diesel's in this next matchup too. You don't even know about this one yet. This one was a Twitter subscriber came up with this next one. It's a good one.
I love these Twitter subscriber ones because they're starting to get it.
You
can tell they're starting to understand the assignment.
This is a good one right here. Bald Rizz versus Vin Diesel. Bald me versus Vin Diesel.
Can we talk about something here? I think that I deserve all the credit in the world for
me getting
rid of this guy.
I think you get some credit.
I get a lot of more than 50%.
No.
What?
I think COVID gets more than 50% because quarantine got me going.
How many times did I say, I know you're not bald, but the camera makes you look bald.
Yeah.
Just grow.
I think that looks kind of good.
You look like a skeleton there.
Jacoby is who came up with this. He picked Bald Rizz, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is tough because I like.
It's a bald battle.
You can't wear temple tape like that.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I like the hair Rizz, so I'm going to go Vin Diesel.
Unbelievable.
What are you talking about? What did Pete go here?
Pete went with Bald Rizz.
No way.
He did. That's what it says.
Oh, God. Are you going to defeat him?
It's 2-1.
Oh, God.
I kind of miss those days, to be honest.
Don't you dare.
I was so aerodynamic. I was so fast back then. Like, you know how fast I was? I would have beat the shit out of Vin Diesel in a race and in a fight back then. Now I don't know. But back then,
the amount of hair you have is not enough to mess with your aerodynamics.
that shit was so comfortable. I was a beast back then.
Any hat you put on, it probably felt like it was Velcro to your head.
I look like a psychopath.
Just in that photo.
We'll go with
You
Vin
weren't a
Diesel
psychopath.
with a tie. So Vin Diesel, I think he can come back.
No, I think he wins, right? Because we said if it was like one of these splits.
Well, then I'm gonna go with myself.
Are you gonna do it?
I wanted to, but I was gonna go Vin Diesel just for the split.
Do it. Do what you want to do. The first Vin Diesel defeat.
I took him down.
That's incredible.
Well, not me.
That means
me.
Bald Rizz is coming back.
That means I gotta shave my head live on camera. I don't know if I can do it.
Maybe we verse maybe Man Bun Jr.
Okay.
Maybe we do that.
All right. That was a good one though. Jacoby's got another one for us.
Congrats.
Bananas. Thank you.
Yep.
Bananas versus peaches.
Bananas. Not even close.
Jacoby took bananas as well. You're going with bananas?
Mm-hmm. My dad does this move where he likes his wine. We make wine. So he does this move where he cuts a peach into slices, like into his wine. And then he almost like makes himself a sangria kind of. And then after he drinks it, he just like eats these wine-infused peaches out of there.
Does he spark up a doer before, after, or during?
That's normally after, because that's like he has that right after his dinner. It's a nice little dessert type item, I would guess. I never had it, but yeah, that we do it up after.
I do it up after.
Mm-hmm.
Pete said bananas ?
Why question mark?
I guess that doesn't mean it's close, like bananas. I guess that's how I took
I
it.
think it's pretty clear. One helps with cramps.
Yeah, this is actually kind of gets tough for me because bananas, one of my favorite things on the planet. Like
I had one before here.
I used to. That's the key here. Used to eat bananas like crazy, 2 a day. Just plowing the bananas.
Okay.
So good for you. You said it. Help with the cramps. You know.
How were your poops?
Poops were normal. Pretty good poops.
Yeah, bananas help with that.
Yeah, pretty good poops. All of a sudden, one day, I was eating bananas, and I almost get like a reaction, like
this is gonna be good. What?
Yeah, this is gonna be good. Well, like
kind
diarrhea. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like itchy tongue and throat, like bumps on my tongue, but not every single time I eat it.
Wait,
it's weird.
When's the last time you had a banana?
It's been. I'm like I kept eating them still, even though that was an issue. I'm like I'm gonna stop. This is not right.
And it kept happening.
And I stopped, and I haven't had the problem. But I also actually stopped eating raw honey, at the same time because I thought that maybe was doing the same thing.
Interesting.
So I eliminated both and didn't really bring one back like an idiot.
Okay. So we don't know what was going on.
So I think bananas are better, but I don't really know if I can have bananas. You know what I did this week? I ordered this past week, ordered one of those like food sensitivity tests where they send it to you.
Nice.
And then you prick your own finger.
Yeah.
That was brutal actually. Like, because I had to prick this finger, and so they give you a card, and it's like 5 circles, and you have to fill them up with blood. So it's like one of those, what do you call it? I don't know. You press down, and
like
the needle comes out.
Thing.
What?
The diabetes.
Yeah, kind of like that. And it hurts a little bit. I can deal with the pain. But then you're trying to get the blood out like this. You're really trying to squeeze it out.
Okay.
And I only could fill up 1 circle. I'm like, I got to do 4 more, and there's no more blood coming out. And they give you 1 more. Those things are only good 1 time.
Oh, God.
So they give you 1 more. So I got stuck this finger, and I got all 4. It was a struggle, but I got all 4 of the circles. So I sent that in. They got it today. I'm going to get the results sometime, at some point. Sounds like it'll go pretty fast, but and it tests like 90-something different foods. Banana is on there, so we'll see.
Oh, yes.
But it's weird, though, because it's not a food allergy test. It's a food sensitivity test. It's different.
Okay.
But I don't think I have an allergy.
Why would it develop out of nowhere?
I guess that's possible, though. I was reading up on that. I had a doctor tell me you can actually develop allergies. But
just like that?
Yeah, when you get older, I guess, like, you know, I guess you can. I don't know. It was surprising to me, but.
Have you ever tried the move of, like, slicing up a banana into cereal?
I think I've done it in yogurt, yeah.
Incredible.
Very good.
Incredible.
They almost taste better when they're sliced up.
Yeah.
Kind of like hot dogs. I think hot dogs are better sliced up. I'm not even kidding. You think I'm kidding. I'm still going to go bananas because they're just better.
Up your hot dogs?
Sometimes. You put them in a pan. They're actually do that. They're actually better.
I'm gonna try it.
Maybe they're not better than everything, like a Portillo's hot dog in the bun. Like that's probably better.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, or like if you have I'm talking at your house. It's like if you're gonna cut up hot dogs, put them in a pan versus put it in a on the. I'm not a huge fan of grilled food. Like I like it.
Oh no.
I like it, but I don't know. Like everything tastes the same when it's on the grill. It tastes like the grill. You know what I mean?
That char.
Like that char burnt.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't dislike it. I just don't love it like everyone else.
I love it.
So, I'd actually rather cut up the dogs, put them in a pan on the stove,
Okay.
over on the grill or in the microwave or some shit. Whatever you would do the other way. I don't know.
The microwave move is just kind of like psychopath stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I know they're cooked. I think you get them cooked. You just got to kind of warm them up.
Yeah.
You're better off just boil them if that's what you want to do. Don't just do the microwave move.
Okay. All right.
Or just
Good
don't
tip.
raw dog them.
Good tip.
Yeah.
You don't want to raw dog your wieners. Okay.
All guarantees?
This is
oh no, not Vin Diesel. Go ahead.
Yeah, bald Rizz made it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's from Jacoby. This is an interesting one. So
Ooh.
himself versus Vitor.
Okay.
I think the Astronaut Hall of Fame, Goat House Hall of Fame, talk got this debate going. Maybe.
Okay.
So we have two longtime followers, longtime subscribers, and both Twitter subscribers. And Jacoby's idea of a matchup was Jacoby versus Vitor. I almost didn't put this on here because how the hell are we gonna choose one?
Oh, easy.
And easy?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, if you're putting yourself in it, like if you put yourself in it, you can't do the voting. So I think his vote doesn't count.
Are you going Vitor?
No, I don't know yet, honestly. I think that Jacoby here is clearly he wanted us to show his muscles. He wanted us to show him off a little bit.
I was guessing you were going to go Vitor because you did that Vitor voice.
I do love the Vitor voice.
That's how he talks. You determine.
I mean, if Vitor actually talks like that, I think for sure it's a Vitor.
It's kind of to be determined.
Right, but I think I gotta go Vitor here.
Okay.
He's like that's the name of someone who could really mess someone up in a fight. You know what I mean?
It's a good
you don't
point.
mess with the Vitor.
Jacoby's flexing over there though.
Right, I think that he's trying too hard. He's trying too hard. Like look at Vitor over here. He's all bundled up. We don't know what he's packing.
It's a wild card.
Right.
It's a big time wild card.
But then you see his name, you're just like, oh God, I don't know what's under this kid's winter jacket and his hat, but he's gonna mess me up. Sorry, Jacoby.
I almost didn't put this out here because I just don't have like a preference, obviously, between Jacoby and Vitor. Big fans of both of them. The only deciding factor here is that Jacoby picked bald Rizz over Vin Diesel.
Oh, he did.
So I pretty much have no choice. That's like the only reason I'm going Jacoby. Otherwise, I can't choose.
What did Pete say?
So I didn't even ask Pete because I would have had. Actually, I had to text him, so it would have been like confusing. He'd probably been like, "What?"
So he's going Vitor.
So he's probably going. We're just gonna split it.
Yep.
Nobody wins.
We're
I almost
all
didn't even put it
winners.
on here because how are we gonna? Yeah, we're all winners here. Do they get inducted in the Hall of Fame?
We only give out one of those a year. And
One of those a year.
That's already been given
Astronaut.
out. That was for last year technically, because we give them out at the end of
You did say
football
that.
season.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, you guys got to really, as fans, you got to really have a season as a fan, to get on our radar as someone who wants to be in the Hall of Fame. And again, can't be trying too hard. Astronaut, he knows his job and he stays in his lane and he
Sticks
does
to
it.
it. Yeah.
He does it.
And he keeps on trucking.
Yep, he gets done.
And here's some from Astronaut.
Oof.
4th of July versus New Year's Eve.
Ooh, this is tough. Well,
what did Pete go with?
can I go off of? I'm a little salty about 4th of July, to be honest.
Pete went with 4th of July.
Yep. I'm a little salty because I went to a fireworks show.
This 4th?
Yep, this past 2 weeks ago was it? And I'm sitting there, and this band is playing. The band finishes. They go, all right, now we're gonna have some fireworks. Everyone have a good rest of your night. Woo! We all cheer, whatever. And then the next thing you hear is some guy get on the microphone, and he just goes, there was a malfunction in the firework device. There's no fireworks this year. And we're just like, what?
Like a huge crowd of people, too?
Yeah,
Oh,
massive.
my God.
There were hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Caught my pen.
And he literally all he says is, I'm sorry. And then everyone stays sitting. after he puts the microphone down, he comes back.
Is it the pay to get in there?
No.
Okay, good.
He comes back, and then he just goes, "I'm not joking." and still thought he was completely joking. No one stood up. No one. And
like, everyone's like, the fireworks. They're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming.
He's what a jokester. And then after about like 10 minutes, people start just kind of slowly leaving. And I was like, is this really happening right now? So, I mean, 4th of July is really salty taste in my mouth.
Salty July.
But at the end of the day, one's in January, one's in July. Give me the 4th of July. I'm not going to let one experience ruin all of the experiences because it was still a great time, you know. And New Year's Eve, I think, is kind of overrated. It's one of those excuse to drink holidays, and I really don't like those. I think that if you need alcohol to have a good time, you're probably not a good time. And that's just weird to me. I think you could have fun. Sure, you can have fun with alcohol, but if that's the only way you're having fun, you got to figure it out there, buddy.
All great points. Like, I actually did not know, but you persuaded me 100%. The two things, the weather is just so much better. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but it's just that kind of decides it for me. But I completely agree with you on the excuse to drink and like that's people just think it's like, oh, I can't wait for New Year's Eve just so I can get fucked up. Like,
Right. And like
there's more to it than that. Come on, people. The people are ruining it.
And I feel like 4th of July is like a holiday for the people. And then
that's
I
a good
think
point.
that New Year's Eve is like the pretentious, like, like one of those kind of people. I'm not that guy. I'm not a pinky up kind of guy when I drink out of a glass. I'd rather have some beer. I don't need to have this champagne, give it a little spin around smell. I don't care. I don't care about the champagne. Beer's way better than champagne.
Okay.
Not even close.
So that's a clean sweep. Astronaut even picked 4th of July.
Way to go, Astronaut.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
That's why, dude.
He's got another one for us, toilet paper versus bidet.
Ooh, this is tough.
This is actually an interesting one because I've never used a bidet.
I had one. I never installed it.
Okay. Is it like that, like separated from the toilet?
No, it was like an
attachment
on the toilet.
Yeah, see, that makes it better because I don't want to like get up and go to something else and then I don't know. It just seems weird. But it's interesting because I've never used a bidet, but it's probably better because you're just taking something dry and just smearing shit all over.
I mean, in reality, I'm a wipes guy. I know
I
know it's not good for the plumbing. I'm aware of this.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But I'm keeping the plumbers employed. All right?
You are.
I'm making jobs. That's what I'm doing.
You're creating jobs.
Creating jobs, keeping jobs, giving them overtime, letting them support their families. And toilet paper to me is just kind of very overrated. Like you said, it's just dry. I mean, the wipes are, especially someone who struggles in the bathroom department, I'd say, the wipes have definitely been a savior for me. So I'm going to have to go bidet because that's closer to the wipes than.
Because they're wet.
Right, because I prefer like a wet bottom over a dry bottom any day.
Yeah, toilet paper shouldn't even be a thing, honestly. We're just dry smearing poop.
And why is it called toilet paper? I mean, I think that's kind of weird.
Why is that weird?
I just find it weird, you know? Like everything, every name you can call it, like bath tissue, that's also a weird one. Who calls it that? There's so many weird, I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't really sound like something. Like bidet has that ring to it, like, oh, this thing's nice. It doesn't really, toilet paper sounds like you're just rubbing sandpaper on you at that point, and it's just, doesn't really have a good ring to it. I'm actually very upset that is as popular as it was. And then during COVID, when toilet paper was hard to find, I had no issues finding wipes. I was A-okay.
Yeah, that's good. Good point.
A-okay.
Pete went toilet paper.
Yeah, of course he did.
I mean, I don't use a bidet. I use toilet paper, but I know it's got to be better.
You could use wipes as the bidet. That's what I did.
Yeah, I like wipes, but I don't use them because of the plumbing problem. It's going to clog everything up. I got my toilets stop up very easily too, so the wipes is kind of a problem over here. I don't know, but I'll just go bidet because it's just got to be better.
Have I ever told you the story about when I tried to unclog a toilet with my fist?
No.
Oh, yeah, it was a bad idea.
You want? Do I want to know? Why would you even attempt that?
You just tell me. You just tell me if you want to know.
I want to know. I'm intrigued now.
All right.
Why would you even attempt that?
Because I was in panic mode, dude.
Was it somebody else's toilet?
Yeah, that's why I go full panic mode. So.
Well, you just asked where the plunger's at.
No, I was too embarrassed. I was a young kid. I was at my buddy's house, and I go to flush the toilet, and I flush it, and all of a sudden the water's like, and I was like, oh God, this is bad. And looking around, don't see the plunger anywhere in sight. I say, you know what, we got to do this. So I got toilet paper and just wrapped it around my hand and just went to town on that toilet.
You just go like this? You're fisting it?
I was going to town on that toilet. But little did I know, there's no suction in this thing, and that's what you need for a plunger to work.
Okay.
And that did not work. And then I just like panically just opened the door. I need a plunger. And then
did you get one?
Yeah, I got a plunger.
Did you have shit all over your hand?
No, I didn't even. I didn't even go number 2. That's the worst part. It just like it was one of those that clearly.
So you had piss all over your hand.
Pretty much, yeah. So whoever got to that, have you ever gotten to the toilet and all you do is pee, and then it's just like,
yeah, it happens all the time.
Like, who messed this up?
Yeah.
Like, who did it?
Yeah.
Who was here before me? And yeah, so that's the story. I mean, it was a terrible idea, but it's
a hell of a story.
I wouldn't be able to tell it. You
just did to a lot of people.
Yeah, it was one of those situations. I have if I'm panicking, it's very hard for me to think clearly. So like I'm not the guy to go to if the plane's going down because I'm full blown panicking.
Good to know.
Yeah, so don't come to me in time like that. But
it's a hell of a story. The time you fisted a toilet.
I was trying to unclog it. I was really the splashing was the worst part. It was just and then it's just like the worst is I wrapped it with toilet paper and then obviously it's just all soggy. Yeah. It was all over me and it was a mess. It was quite the day.
I don't know why you would even try that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You might be the only person that's ever tried that.
Somebody else has tried it.
Let us know in the comments if you tried that. On the next one, Pepsi or Coke? And the Twitter subs were kind of talking about this a bit in the comment section on Twitter. Okay. And they were kind of going back and forth on this. But Anthony Kramer went with Pepsi. And this is a tough one for me because I don't drink either. I don't drink pop. I can't tell you the last time I had pop.
It's pop, not soda? Are you a pop over soda guy?
I say pop.
Okay. I think this is what's weird about this.
Do you say pop or soda?
I'm a pop guy too.
Okay.
Unless I'm in the presence of people who I know say soda, I don't want to be the only pop guy.
Oh, I'm sticking with pop. I don't even think. I just say it. It just comes out.
No. I think that, and I don't know if this is correct. This could be way wrong, but I'm going to say it like it's true. I heard somewhere that Coca-Cola, like they taste different because Coca-Cola is the only brand that's allowed to use like actual like cocoa leaves or whatever in making their product. So Pepsi can't even use that. So they're trying to get close to that taste and that kind of drink, but they can't fully do it. But I gotta go Coca-Cola. I mean, it's classic. And I mean, it sucks that Pepsi's, I think, is becoming more popular at like sporting events and stuff. And I mean, I'll drink Pepsi. I'll drink a Pepsi, but I'm not gonna really enjoy it.
Do you notice the difference in the taste?
Not really. I don't drink it often enough to know that there's like a distinct difference. I'm sure there is if I was a daily drinker, but I don't know.
Pete said neither, but I guess Coke.
Good man. Better logo.
Sure.
Way better logo.
I don't drink either. If I can remember the last time I had both, I felt like they tasted exactly the same. So I actually did some research for this one to decide this. I wanted to see what other brands they've created because sometimes you get other stuff and it's like this is a Coca-Cola product, a product of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Coke has like they have Minute Maid. They have something else I forgot. Powerade, I think.
Okay.
There's something else decent in there. There's a lot of stuff. Pepsi
Gatorade, right?
has Gatorade. They have Lay's, Doritos. So that's the deciding factor for me. So even though it has really nothing to do with Pepsi versus Coke itself, I just don't know the answer because I don't drink them, and I feel like when I did, they taste the same. So I'm gonna go Pepsi. So I'm gonna go old flash and split. Can't talk. With me and Astronaut versus Junior and Pete.
I think the old Pepsi logo is way better.
I think I would have convinced Pete if he was here.
Yeah, he didn't
switch over.
He didn't do his research. I didn't either.
Yeah.
I was spouting off research like I know.
I'm the guy that does the research here.
Yeah.
What do we got next? This is a good one from Hayden. Bone in versus boneless. This is actually a really.
This is contentious.
What does that mean exactly?
Like a heated debate.
Heated debate.
That's a good way to word it with the wings.
Pete said boneless. I think this is really good because I've eaten more boneless in my day than bone in. I'm more of a go-to. The boneless is the go-to. Like if I go to B-Dubs or Wingstop, it's like if you go to places like that, I'm going for the boneless. And I can't say that I've had bad boneless anywhere. I think any place that has boneless, doesn't have to be those places, they end up being pretty good. Like you know what you're gonna get. It's not really a risk unless it's some funky sauce. But I'm really not gonna go for that risk. I'm just gonna get a basic buffalo sauce usually. But yeah, and it's always good. And like I said, like those are big wing places, B-Dubs, Wingstop, and I'm choosing boneless over bone in. So that almost sounds like I'm gonna go boneless. But then when I do have bone in, like when you find like the real good bone in places, the places that have the real good bone in wings, they are so fucking good. They're better than any boneless you have. But there's not too many of them now.
Right.
There's not too many of them. But so the best of the best, bone in is better. But I'm getting boneless more. They're more likely to be better.
More meat.
More meat. I feel like it's different though, right? The bone in's got to be better for you, I think.
I think the bone in is nice because sometimes you get like that dark meat, and I kind of like that. Like when you like on Thanksgiving when there's like the lighter meat and the dark meat. I think the can't speak either. The dark meat is really good. But I mean, I think the act of eating bone-in wings definitely makes you feel more macho. 100%. I'm not a lick your fingers kind of guy.
Me neither.
I ain't licking my fingers. I'm wiping.
If I see somebody licking their fingers, I'm grossed out. Actually,
Yeah,
I go that far with it.
And it's because it's always like, it's gross.
And they're touching all their shit. Then get
Yeah.
up and wash your hands.
Yep. Then you're gonna go touch the cup. God only knows where that's been.
The finger licking people, they don't care. They don't go wash
Right.
their hands.
That's
They don't
true.
wipe them off. They just keep going to town on everything.
That's true. Do you wash your hands if you're like out to eat and you know you're about to say get some sort of like food where you're eating?
I have to go wash my hands.
It's a good move.
I
That's
have
a great
to.
move.
Or before I even sit down, I go straight to the bathroom and then come back to the
Even
table.
before, if you even know you're eating anything, you're gonna have to touch with your hands.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like I'm not. If I go into a restaurant, I wouldn't say every time I go wash my hands, but if I say we end up ordering something that I'm going to be touching with my hands, then I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll be right back.
Well, I'm gonna wash my hands before I eat at a place. Like whether it's
No matter what.
we get there and we're being seated. I take a detour, go to the bathroom, wash my hands, come back.
Okay.
So my hands are clean whenever I touch the food.
Okay.
Or if I didn't do it yet, and the food comes, I get up and I go wash my hands.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I have to.
I think here, I mean, this is what's so tough too, is because like I know what I want to say, but I just hear Dan Chi over my shoulder. I hear him loud and clear, just yelling chicken nuggets in my ears, and it hurts me. And I think I gotta stand with Dan Chi because I don't. If there's somebody I don't want to disappoint, it's Dan Chi.
That's a good point.
I'll never disappoint him. I'm a man of honor and integrity, and I got to go bone in with my boy Dan Chi. Let's put him up there.
I don't think we have him.
He's up there.
He's up there?
In our hearts, he's up there.
He's up there. I think. Hold on. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
I see him.
He's on the right side too. There he is. Yeah, like I said, this is really tough because the best of the best, I think bone-in is better, but most of the time I'm eating boneless. We're going to go boneless.
I like that macho feeling. I like doing those little things that make me feel like, yeah, I'm tough. Because I know I'm not. So I kind of like that.
All right. Me, Pete, and Hayden over on the boneless.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Hayden said it's a tough call. You think more times than not, he's choosing boneless is what he said. So
if we're going off what I choose more, it's definitely boneless. But like I said,
that's kind of what I went for though. If I'm choosing it more, then I have to like it more, right? I don't know. It's tough.
But a lot of times it's like I don't want to get my hands dirty.
That too.
Because again, I'm not tough. But if I want to feel, then I will.
Gotcha. Next, this is from Vitor. He said, "Which one's more important, D-line or O-line?"
I think this is so equal.
It's pretty equal.
It's pretty equal. I think the key to any good team, you see it year in and year out, the teams that make deep runs, teams that could get to the quarterback and the teams that could protect the quarterback every single year. That's what you see. At the end of the year, the top teams are always the teams with the best O-line and D-line in terms of production. But I think I got to go. This in my head, this is dead even. But I'm going with defensive line just because they get to lay the boom more so than the O-line. And I like a good sack. Not to sound weird or anything. I know how that sounded.
It sounded a little weird.
Yeah, it did sound weird.
Okay. All right. Pete went with O-line.
Of course he did.
It is close. I think quarterback play is the most important thing in football, and then you got a pretty even battle between these two things. But I'm going to go with offensive line because, again, the most important thing is quarterback. So I'm going to go with the protection of the quarterback here. And I think a quarterback has all – the difference between the quarterback having all day and being pressured, I think there's a pretty big difference in the NFL, like how they can play, I mean. You get the most out of your quarterback if he's protected. So I'm thinking offensive line. I'm thinking offensive line here. It's a close one.
I think that I know a good offensive line can make kind of an average quarterback pretty decent. He's got time to kind of make his decisions, go through his reads. We see that all the time because there's always a team that has really good offensive line production and the quarterback may not be the best, and he performs because he's got all the time in the world, like you said. And it is the most important position in football.
All right. Okay. And we got one more. All right, so this is a little confusing because Vitor said who's more overrated. That was his thing. Cam Chancellor versus Earl Thomas. And he said Cam Chancellor was more overrated. That's not how we do things here, really. We don't want to, we want to pick winners.
Right. So Vitor in the future, great thing here.
I like it.
But you guys got to frame it better because we only hand out awards to winners.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
You picked him over Jacoby.
I did.
Yeah.
For a reason, dude. I know.
He believes.
I believe in you.
But it is a good one though. Like, all right, so who? So basically, Vitor said Cam Chancellor is more overrated. So Earl Thomas, less underrated, and probably he thinks he's better, maybe. So I guess we can debate on who's better or who's less overrated. Or no, we'll debate on who's better there. But I want to see what Pete said. Pete said Cam because Earl's a cheater and fights teammates.
Cheater, not on the – he is a cheater on the field, but also in his personal life.
I think he meant his personal life, yeah.
Yeah, he did both. Wasn't he the Adderall guy? Or was that Richard Sherman? Who took the Adderall? It was somebody on the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, I thought it was Earl Thomas, and then you said the name Richard Sherman. I'm like, maybe it was
Sherman?
Or was it Joey Browner?
I think it was like it wasn't just one guy. I have a brand of players that I like.
I know where you're going.
I have an absolute brand of players in every sport.
Oh, no, I put Pete on the wrong spot.
Yep.
He went Cam Chancellor.
And I think that Cam Chancellor is one of those guys that absolutely lays the wood. Absolutely.
He's a wood layer.
Yep. And I mean, he was kind of banged up a lot of his career, concussions all the time, but that's because he was this big hitter. And, I mean, you just got to respect somebody that no matter how many head injuries he has, he just still kept – like a player that's known to hit people hard keeps getting injuries because he does that and then comes back from the injuries and doesn't care or change up how he plays. You got to respect that. I know it's not probably the best.
Brandon Browner. I knew I messed that up. Joey Browner is an old Vikings defensive back.
Oh, I got you.
Brandon Browner. I think he was the Adderall. He was the problem. He was on the Patriots and Seahawks.
He was on the Legion of Boom. Right?
Yeah, like 6'3" corner.
Yep.
I knew it sounded. I knew I said Joey Browner. I'm like, no, that's a Hall of Fame. I don't know. Is he in the Hall of Fame? That's another question. But old player, Brandon Browner is who I was thinking of. But so yeah, Cam Chancellor's your type. He's your kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's your kind of guy. And you did say you like sacks. You like a good sack,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what has to do with anything, but
I mean, sure, he's got some there.
Okay. Yeah, this is tough because I think overall Earl Thomas was probably better. Chancellor didn't last super long, but Chancellor's kind of a one-of-a-kind guy. There's not too many safeties that were like him, He
was like that Sean Taylor type of guy.
Freaky dude. So that makes it interesting. I do think Earl Thomas was overall better, but there has been like a million types of Earl Thomases over the years, all forever. But I'll go Earl Thomas. Overall, I think he was better. So it's a good one, though. It's a good-looking one.
100%.
100%. All right. That wraps it up for this week's picks show. It was a good one. And, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good.
I took down Vin Diesel.
Congrats. That's huge.
Thank you.
Huge.
Well, Baldwers did. That's not me. I'm a
It's,
different person now.
what's the biggest change since you got hair?
I don't know. Put me on the spot. I really don't know. I got to deal with the hair. It's a disaster in the morning sometimes.
No, just throw some pomade in there. You're good to go.
I don't do any of that.
Some leave-in conditioner, maybe.
I feel older, but I don't think it has anything to do with hair. I think I'm just getting older.
Well, yeah,
We'll have to do
how
some
time
research
works.
on that.
That's
Well,
how time
yeah, we'll
works.
see it. We'll have to do some science with that one.
Do some
science. We'll put that on a shirt. Do some science. We'll have
Goathouse
to do.
does science.
We do science.
Come on down to Mike's.
That's how we're so good at the predictions. We do science. All right, that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.